So, hello everyone, welcome to my reaction video down to the opening title, news opening, right? Lead to Ryzen, great opening, much better than last opening. I really loved it. So can I say here then that I watched on TV, right? Straight up TV, couldn't be possible and so on. So this before the opening started, it was hard to get in the channel to work. So I felt the reaction was a little weak maybe, but after the reaction of course I do my analyzation, which I love to do, right? So it's like a 10 minutes of me breaking down each scene of the opening, right? And then of course my general take on it. So I hope you're gonna, saying that, I felt myself that's a little less hyped than I usually am, because I was so much technical troubles just getting it to work, and I just have the stream start working again. Just when the opening was airing, and again I was airing on TV, and I couldn't pause it. So I was like, okay, it starts, it's chat working, yeah, like kind of like that. So my mind was preoccupied. That's my excuse. Anyway, I hope you liked the reaction and of course the word analyzation of the opening. So anyways, subscribe button right, press like button and so on, and I hope you liked this reaction. Okay, now we are the actual, okay, now we actually are in the content here. Ah, new opening time. Okay, finally you can see the, that opening I think was kind of mediocre. No title less opening here. Finally new opening. Okay, here, yeah, Ling, you know, gears. Clearly gonna fight in the whole million. Oh yeah, and they receive quarter traitors. Yeah, it's a lot of burden, yeah. Man, what's title? I will say this is right away a much better open than last time. Much better opening, yeah. And they will see the Leaker Rise, yeah, see beside the throw it also dumb. Oh yeah. Can't wait for finally get the fight. Yeah, finally gonna get the fight. Finally getting so on. Oh, nice showing off the new gear there. Oh yeah. Yeah, and then we can see Levi's battle there. I'm getting a lot of goosebumps. Oh, then we see the Ymir thing, the ending there. So yeah. Okay, wait for the ending too. Yeah. Then we see the man. Yeah, finally. Yeah. I'm getting goosebumps right away though, massive goosebumps right away. Oh, and then we see behind the wall there in the opening, yeah, they're throwing out some little, what could be behind the wall there. And then the basement, then it ends with like, let's go into the basement. That's the last minute. Okay, so let's analyze the opening, right? My favorite hobby, I love analyzing anime openings and anime, openings, man. Like, look at my video last week with 55 openings, I got all correct. I'm a huge fan. If it's one thing, I'm the opening master, and usually I can watch an opening without having seen the anime or the manga, so I know what's gonna happen, right? So anyway, we're gonna go into the opening again. Now you saw my reaction to the opening, Link to Ryzen, and now we're gonna go through scene by scene here, and yeah, you know, discuss what I see and so on. And you know, was there a spoiler? I probably do. I'm gonna do like probably be some spoilers. So yeah, so now it's gonna be spoilers here. So we have to you warn with spoilers. Don't watch this video if you're not up to date. Okay, so first it explodes. Can I have the typical? I think this actually means something. Let's see if I can press the right button here. There we go. Yeah, or like this. Otherwise, you can see me if you care about me. This is actually interesting because in Attack on Titan, right, there's a lot of like reference to World War II, right? There's a lot, it has been that, it's okay, okay, I say it again, spoilers now, because spoilers, okay. So, I'm trying to spoil it, but like the whole Marley thing, it definitely is, it's, you know, it's reference and obviously similarities to, of course, World War II, Jews and Nazis, right? Obviously, demonization there, but whatever, yeah. But this is just like a factual thing, this looks like a nuke, right? This looks like this explosion here, which is, I guess, supposed to be Bernhold, but it really looks like a nuke from World War II, right? It's like you know, the news of Japan, right? So I think that is the important thing of this scene here, honestly, if you ask me. It's about like World War II reference mainly. And then after that we see the mass Titan dose. I know, but I was saying like. Yes, he's that in there, but I think that's still important. That it's like, yeah, never seen more jumping in. So it's definitely. I mean, the opening is so much better, I feel, than last opening because this is an actual opening. Like last season, like no, they're like, you know, yeah, because last season it was like, oh, there's no Titans, just like they're being shot. It was a boring opening. I think it was a really this is a hype opening. Everyone is like, yeah, let's fight, jump in there, pats in the background, explosions, right? Stuff is happening here, yeah. This is a hyped opening. This opening it really hypes you up for the action. Yeah, they're drawing up the blade here. Let me see the gear on the ground. Oh no, this is no, yeah, no, I see what it is. I didn't see it the first time that was. Look back a little bit here. I first actually missed out what that was when I saw it. First thought that was gear when I saw it the first time, but no, I really was opening here. This is of course Bernholt and Reiner and so on. This is their, you know, the cast. Yeah, this is their food reverence. Yeah, that's what it is. No, I see what it is. Yeah, and then we see everyone in shock, right? Because of the whole twist of them having an army. We still have the Beast Titans back there, his human form, of course. And they're like, yeah, let's go, bro. This is a little wishy guy, though. It looks a little ugly. This looks a little ugly. This thing here is a little bit like, oh yeah. But okay, whatever. It looks cool. Some degree. And this is cool, though. This is what you saw in the episode, right? When they kind of materialize. This is a cool scene. They're all getting, yeah, all the Titans created are coming up there. Besides did. Yeah, and then it's back to the baseball throwing stuff. Yeah, the rocks. They're advanced over that. Yeah, everyone's fighting. It's so much. Oh, this definitely foreshadowing scene. Oh yeah. SUSUME! SUSUME! Yeah, definitely. That scene there. So. Yeah, and they're running through. Oof, that is cool when it breaks his face there. And they're fighting each other. Yeah. It's a cool scene. And here we see though, this is obviously very important here. I want to this scene because there will be issues. Yeah, we see this the fire, right? And before we saw the fire thing, we did see them with the new weapon, right? So spoilers there, and yeah, they have a new tech, right? And we clearly see them flying in there with that new shape there, right? And here we see the fire behind that new weaponry. So that's opening is clearly foreshadowing. It's clearly showing actually the new weapon, right? It's actually showing straight up the new weaponry they have. Yeah, it's Mikasa of course being badass, and she's gonna obviously own everything to that. And the whole Levi versus Beast Titan battle. Yeah. Then it's back to this thing that they had season 2. The weird like black and white thing. So we see the Beast Titan, obviously we see also according, yeah, you know, the best character, yeah, best Titan on the side there, and we see the best Titan, we see the SUSUME thing. At least it looks, this makes much more sense. I remember right when we had, is that opening 3? Am I saying the right thing now? I hope I said anything. Opening 3, right? Where it's like Beast Titan, and he's like, oh yeah, I got my, you know, I summoned my guys, and him is like a flying whale. Yeah. You know what I mean, right? In opening, I think it's opening 3, right? And when like, he's running, and he's like a dinosaur, a T-Rex, whatever it is, like a whale, and it's like freaking like a zoo. It's like Beast Titan and a zoo arriving, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Like it's just really weird. Like it makes absolutely no sense. This scene here makes sense. Oh, it's Beast Titan with human titans. Yeah, like remember the suit? That made no sense whatsoever. This makes sense. This made a lot more sense. It actually is what's happening in the storyline. And this is too. It's just a very, very fast scene. But I love to do this in the Titan. I love this thing with Ymir. Back up. It's very, very fast. I have to pause the video very, very fast. This is almost hard to pause it in the correct place here. Yeah, but it's almost like a, you know, sublime. Yeah, so we see the foreshadowing that. Armin waking up, foreshadowing Armin's fate, I guess. Like I'm pausing like screen by screen now because there we go. This is so hard. I saw it the first I saw it, but hard. It's so fast. We have this thing again, right? Yeah. We have this thing again. The whole Ymir and the Devil and the Devil and so on, right? The whole how Titans are created, the backstory of like the whole. If it's true enough, I don't know, but yeah, that thing is even shown here, and I love doing that similar to last season. We had a quick, so yeah, but it goes very, very fast. It goes extremely fast, like yeah, it's like less than a second. It's like pass through here, right? Yeah, and then of course the ocean. It's also foreshadowed, right? They're going to the ocean dream, also shown very quickly here. So there's a lot of, I like this in Open Definite. It's a lot of like small, yeah, quick scenes here. Yeah, and even back to this thing that we saw the last ending, right? Yeah, when there's like the classic weird ending, right? that's foreshadowing how they built everything in the whole country. Yeah, so that's back to like how the walls are created, right? With all the colossal titans going and building the wall at Paradise. So yeah, it's like it's a lot of weird message here in the opening. And there's the Historia for some reason. I don't know what that is. I guess like her bloodline, maybe. Yeah, she's a cute best girl though, but yeah. It's a much better opening, and of course the ending we see kind of behind past the wall. Then we see like a desert, which I don't think is actually behind the walls, but I guess it's like desert and like a snow mountain and birds. So it's like there's something behind the walls, I guess, supposed to point, but it doesn't look like that. I don't think it is that's how it is behind the wall. And then they're kind of like, then interesting enough, they kind of speed through the whole opening one more again, right? Yeah, that's kind of weird actually. And then of course, this is how the season gonna end. The basement. Yeah, it ends with like basement. Yeah, like okay, we know anime. We go into the basement. Yeah, so that's gonna be the big thing, right? I'm pretty sure it's gonna end the season with chapter 84. I think it is. Yeah, 84. Yeah, with a very particular thing they're finding in the basement, right? And that's probably how the anime is gonna end. I think it'll be the perfect ending of the season. Even though I want to see more of course, I think that'll be perfect ending. They show that thing, and it's like the internet go crazy. It's the ultimate cliffhanger instead of showing what happened afterwards. I think it's much better ending at that point. But anyway, that's kind of like my takeaway from that. How do I feel about it then? That's my analyzation of that. How do I feel about it? Last opening, much better. Better song, better animation. I think it's ridiculous that some people recommend the last opening. It's a top cruncher or whatever. But yeah, last opening wasn't very good. I think it was pretty mediocre. The song was even high. It didn't fit at all. There's no titles in it. It's a lot about the key for the basements, I guess, but it's a pretty boring opening. They had no titles at all in it. Which is their memories. Kind of the ending is now. The ending now was pretty fine, yeah, but that was pretty much the opening last season. And that also affected the thing with that last opening. It was really boring because it was an ending, right? It was just like, oh, here's the flashback of the character having fun as kids, yeah. It was supposed to be a little more, like bam, bam, yeah. This opening was much more like Titans, Beast Titan, yeah, it was more fighting, explosion, punches, shots, fire. It was much more like that, right? It was much more actual bam, 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 right? Yeah, so it was much more of an opening. Where last season really was kind of like, oh yeah, here's Erwin, it's a kid in school. Interesting. Like, that felt much more like an ending thing, which was just like, oh, a little flashback, a little memories. Kind of again how this ending is now when you see them in the school and they're kind of studying and so on. All supposed to be hyping you up, right? So this opening much better, definitely more enjoyable. Yeah, it really exploded much better, straight up, right? Much better opening. The song was good. A lot of foreshadowing. We saw some new titans. We saw some new abilities, right? The new weaponry. I don't want to spoil, but yeah, we saw some new weaponry. We saw pretty much everything. Yeah, so that was a good opening. It didn't tell you if you're, yeah, you probably can't figure much out of the opening, but there clearly is a lot of foreshadowing. So if I can manga read it, oh, this thing, yeah. So you can probably like, oh yeah, this thing and this thing, and this thing. So yeah, it is cool in that sense. But anyway, that's my review. Hope you liked that. See you guys next week, more Attack on Titan, and otherwise today's Fairy Gone and so on, and all animes come after this.